In this video, we're going to talk about 5 powerful exercises that can completely change the way you feel and move after the age of 60. Now, I'm not talking about heavy workouts or complicated routines that require a gym. These are simple, targeted exercises that you can do right at home, and yet the research shows they are far more effective than just walking every day. In fact, seniors who practiced these exercises saw their strength nearly double, their risk of falling drop by over 70%, and their joint pain ease up in ways they hadn't felt in years. And before we dive in, I'd love to know, how old are you, and where are you watching from right now? Go ahead and drop your answer in the comments below. We're reading them all, and your words might encourage someone else who's looking for the motivation to start. Point 1. Wall push UPS with hold. Let's begin with an exercise that may look almost too simple to matter, but it's one of the most effective ways to build and protect your strength after 60. I'm talking about wall push-ups with a hold. Now, many people think push-ups are just for younger folks or athletes, but the wall version changes everything. It's gentle on your joints, doesn't require you to get down on the floor, and yet it strengthens the exact muscles you need most for everyday activities: your chest, shoulders, arms, and even your core. Here's why this is so important. After we reach our 60s, we naturally lose about 3% of our muscle mass each year unless we actively fight against it. That loss doesn't just affect how strong you feel, it affects your independence. Think about how often you use your arms and chest without realizing it: carrying groceries, pushing open a heavy door, catching yourself if you trip. Losing that strength makes these daily tasks harder and increases your risk of falling. Wall push-ups with hold directly fight against that decline by targeting what experts call functional strength, the kind of strength that supports your daily life. So how do you do it? Stand at arm's length from a wall, feet together or just slightly apart. Place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height. Slowly lean in until your nose comes close to the wall. Now pause. Hold that position for 3 to 5 seconds. You'll feel your chest, shoulders, arms, and even your core muscles working. Then, slowly push yourself back to the starting position. The key here isn't speed, it's control. Take 2 seconds to lean in, hold for a few seconds, then take 2 seconds to push back. This slow, steady pace is what makes the exercise so powerful. Start small, maybe just 5 repetitions. As your strength improves, work up to 10, then 15. And here's the beauty of it: you can adjust the difficulty. If it feels too easy, simply step your feet farther back. If it feels too hard, move a little closer to the wall. That way, the exercise grows with you, no matter where you're starting. What's even more exciting is what studies have found. Seniors who practice this exercise just a few times per week increased their upper body strength by over 30% in only 8 weeks. They also improved their reaction time, a crucial ability for preventing falls. That means this one simple move isn't just about building muscle, it's about staying safer and more independent every single day. Point 2. Seated leg lifts with resistance. Now let's move to your lower body, because keeping your legs strong is absolutely essential for staying independent after 60. The exercise we're focusing on here is called seated leg lifts with resistance. At first glance, you might think, I'm just sitting, how can this help me? But don't let the simplicity fool you. This exercise directly targets the muscles you use every time you walk, climb stairs, or get up from a chair. Those movements are the foundation of daily independence, and strengthening them can make your life much easier. Here's why it's so important. Doctors often call walking speed the 6th vital sign, because it's one of the most accurate predictors of overall health and longevity in older adults. The faster and steadier you can walk, the healthier and more capable you are likely to be. A recent study showed that seniors who practiced seated leg lifts with resistance improved their walking speed by 28% and their stair climbing ability by 45%. That's not just numbers, that's the difference between feeling breathless and unsteady versus moving with confidence. So how do you do it? Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and both feet flat on the floor. Slowly lift one leg straight out in front of you, keeping your knee as straight as possible. Try to raise it until it's level with the floor, but don't worry if you can't reach that height at first. Hold for 2 seconds, then slowly lower your leg back down, without letting your foot rest on the ground just yet. That's 1 repetition. Repeat this 10 to 15 times on one leg, then switch to the other. The magic happens when you add resistance. You can start without any equipment, but as you get stronger, try looping a resistance band around your ankles or adding light ankle weights. Just 1 or 2 pounds is enough to start. By working one leg at a time, you also correct muscle imbalances, which are very common as we age. This is called unilateral training, and it's especially helpful for preventing the favoring of one side that can throw off your balance. Beyond strength, this exercise improves stability. Your hip flexors, quadriceps, and core muscles all work together here. These are the very muscles that help you rise from a chair or step onto a curb without wobbling. With consistent practice, you'll notice that getting up, walking, and climbing stairs becomes smoother and less tiring. The best part? You can do this exercise almost anywhere, while watching TV, sitting in your kitchen chair, or even during a phone call. And every repetition brings you closer to stronger legs, steadier balance, and greater freedom in your daily life. Point 3. Standing heel raises with balance challenge. Now here's how to do it. Stand behind a sturdy chair, lightly holding the back for balance. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as you can. Once you're at the top, hold that position for 3 seconds while keeping your eyes forward. This balance challenge forces your body to work harder, strengthening not only your calves but also the inner ear and brain systems that help control balance. Then, slowly lower yourself back down, taking a full 3 seconds to descend. That slow lowering is where most of the strength is built. Start with 10 repetitions, and work your way up to 25. Once you feel comfortable, try progressing to single leg heel raises, lifting one foot off the ground and balancing on the other as you rise up. This doubles the challenge and gives you even greater improvements in strength and stability. In fact, studies show that adults over 60 who can do 20 single-leg heel raises often have the same vascular health as people 10 to 15 years younger. The benefits don't stop there. Researchers have also discovered that this exercise improves blood flow to the brain, boosting memory, focus, and even mood. Think about that. By simply practicing heel raises a few times a week, you're not only protecting yourself from falls, you're also supporting your brain health. This exercise proves that sometimes the smallest, simplest movements can bring the most powerful results. With consistency, you'll find your legs feel stronger, your balance more secure, and your confidence growing every time you walk into a room or step outside. Point 4. Modified squats to chair. Now we're moving on to one of the most powerful exercises for keeping your independence as you age, modified squats to chair. This movement might feel a little intimidating at first, especially if you've had knee pain in the past, but when done correctly it's safe, effective, and life-changing. In fact, researchers have found that this simple exercise not only strengthens your legs but can actually reduce knee pain over time. Here's why it matters so much. Think about how many times a day you go from sitting to standing, getting out of bed, rising from a chair, or standing up from the toilet. These are movements you don't usually think about until they start to get harder. But once you struggle with them, your whole world can shrink. Studies show that older adults who can't stand up from a chair without using their arms are 3 times more likely to lose independence within the next few years. That's how important this movement is for your daily life. Here's how to do it safely. Start with a sturdy chair placed against a wall so it won't slide. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and your toes pointing slightly outward. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them straight forward for balance. Now, instead of dropping straight down, imagine pushing your hips back first, as if you're about to close a car door with your hips. Slowly lower yourself toward the chair, taking about 3 seconds to go down. Lightly touch the chair with your bottom, but don't sit all the way down. Then, press through your heels and slowly stand back up, squeezing your glutes at the top. That's 1 repetition. Start with 5 to 8 reps. Over time, aim for 15 to 20. When that feels comfortable, you can make it more challenging by lowering to a slightly shorter chair or by holding a light weight in your hands. This gradual progression helps your muscles adapt without putting too much pressure on your joints. The benefits are huge. Modified squats strengthen your thighs, glutes, hamstrings, and even your core, all at once. They improve your walking speed, your ability to climb stairs, and your overall power, meaning you don't just feel stronger, you move faster and with more control. Researchers have even found that this exercise stimulates brain activity in the regions that control movement, literally training your brain to move more effectively. So while it may seem like just getting up and down from a chair, this exercise is a cornerstone of healthy aging. It's your ticket to moving freely, staying independent, and avoiding the frustration of relying on others for basic daily tasks. Point 5. Bird Dog Hold Progressions. We've saved the very best for last, and this one might surprise you. The number 1 exercise for aging well is called the Bird Dog Hold Progression. It may look a little unusual at first. You'll be on your hands and knees, lifting one arm and the opposite leg, but it's incredibly powerful for your entire body. What makes this exercise so special is that it works on strength, balance, coordination, and even brain health all at the same time. That's why many experts now call it the single most effective movement for older adults. Here's why it matters. As we get older, it's not just about keeping muscles strong, it's about keeping the mind and body connected. The bird dog does exactly that. Every time you extend your arm and opposite leg, your brain has to coordinate both sides of your body. This stimulates communication between the left and right sides of your brain, which researchers have linked to sharper memory, better focus, and even a lower risk of dementia. In fact, one study showed that older adults who practiced the bird dog several times a week improved their cognitive health as well as their physical balance. Now, let's walk through how to do it. Start on your hands and knees, with your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Keep your back straight, don't let it arch or round. Slowly extend your right arm straight forward while lifting your left leg straight back, forming a straight line from your fingertips to your heel. Hold this position for about 5 seconds, then slowly return to the starting position. Switch sides, lifting your left arm and right leg, and hold again. That's 1 round. Start with 5 repetitions per side, and as you get stronger, increase the hold time to 10 seconds or more. There are also simple ways to progress. After a couple of weeks, you can add a small pulse while holding, lifting your arm and leg just an inch higher and lowering back down slightly. Later, if you're ready for an extra challenge, try closing your eyes while holding. This takes away your visual balance cues and forces your body to rely more on internal balance systems. The benefits go far beyond balance. Studies have shown that people over 60 who perform this exercise regularly increase their core strength by more than 90%, reduced back pain, and even improved their bone density. That's remarkable, because bone density usually declines with age. What this means is that by doing bird dog holds, you're not only protecting your back and posture, you're also giving your body the signal to stay stronger and younger at a cellular level. This exercise brings everything together: the strength of your muscles, the steadiness of your balance, and the sharpness of your mind. It's a perfect reminder that aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. With simple but targeted movements like the bird dog, you can stay strong, confident, and independent for many years to come. So now you've seen all 5 exercises, and I hope you're starting to realize just how powerful these simple movements can be for your health after 60. None of them require a gym. None of them demand hours of your time. Yet each one is designed to protect the parts of your body that matter most for independence: your balance, your strength, your ability to move confidently, and even the health of your brain. And remember this: it's never too late to begin. Even people in their 70s, 80s, and beyond have seen remarkable changes when they committed to these simple routines. Your body is capable of adapting and growing stronger at any age, it just needs the right kind of challenge. These 5 exercises give you exactly that. So as you finish watching, I'd love to hear from you. What's one daily activity you wish could feel easier again, whether it's climbing stairs, bending down, or simply walking across the room with confidence? Share your answer in the comments below. You never know who you might inspire with your words. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Keep showing up for yourself, stay consistent, and remember, you're not just exercising your body, you're future-proofing your independence. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you can keep getting more tips and guidance made especially for you.